Hello, my name is Laura Jones, and today I'll be presenting my own game that I have created and begun to develop. The purpose behind this presentation is to convince you, Sony, to publish and produce my game, as I believe it has an enormous amount of potential and will be a groundbreaking game in the gaming community. I have developed a game that I believe will have a great success within the gaming market, as it has various qualities to it such as action, drama and suspense that will leave gamers wanting more. The game that I have created and began to develop is called Fantasia Adventures, which has similar qualities to the popular games Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and the fantasy games Fable and Final Fantasy. I believe that if this game is fully developed, it will have great success within the gaming community and will make a great profit to the developers. I would want some royalties or payment for the initial idea of the game, the artwork and beginning to develop the main character, weapon and environment, as I think it is also fair as I am the creator of the game. I would also like to be credited for the design of the game and all of its features. I think that with your help it will be a great success for the gaming community and will bring a new type of game that hasn't been seen before. I am very passionate about this game and its main storyline, and do think that it just needs the right development to take it to the next stage to become a global success. I also think that with a company such as Sony, will be able to market and advertise the game to make it a complete global success, as I believe Sony has a great marketing background and will have no problems in making this a huge success, which will profit not just myself but the company as well. The target audience that I think this game will target will be from the ages between 12 and 30, as it is an action/fantasy game that I think an age range like this would find it more interesting and find it more enjoyable than anyone older or younger than this age range. I will now be talking about the art concept for this game. Firstly, I'll be talking about the main character. The purposes of this character to be a woman is that the area that this game is set in, women are seen as inferior and they can't do a man's job. This character seeks to prove them wrong by undergoing fatal and life-threatening tasks to save her family from oblivion. This type of character that I have aimed to create will be based on similar women characters from the Final Fantasy games, as they are anime style, but appearing to be more realistic than exaggerated as some anime characters seem to be. I wanted the character, Fantasia, to appear to wear old-fashioned clothes, this initial idea coming from the Assassin's Creed games. In the game, Fantasia will be able to change her style throughout the game, but still has an era style of choice of clothing she can choose from to buy from travellers or market stalls. The idea of her changing her clothes and style comes from the Fable games, as you can also do this on the game when travelling from different places and from market stalls. I wanted the colours of her clothes to be very vibrant, giving her a sense of importance in the game, and this making her stand out from the crowd. This also as vibrant as the characters from Final Fantasy. I think that the way in which I wanted Fantasia to look is suitable for the initial idea of the game. I think that when Fantasia gets to certain parts of the game, that she could be able to have more futuristic clothes, this being when she can travel through certain times in the future or using her vehicle/weapon to get from place to place. With the style I have chosen for her when she's in the 16th century look. With her long hooded cape, I think this was a good idea, as she can hide from possible enemies whenever she puts her hood up, much like the illusion style when the main character in Assassin's Creed becomes invisible when he's in the crowds of people. Fantasia is a fully anime character with long brown hair, blue eyes, and she has muscle tones in her legs, arms and stomach. She wears a long hooded cape which goes all the way down to her feet. She also wears knee-high boots, trousers with parts cut out, a bra-styled top with an embroidered style on it. These types of clothing and accessories I thought would be more comfortable for the character to wear during this era, as she can easily run faster without the restriction of her clothes, but still look important when she walks around the environment I like the buildings having more browns, reds and oranges to capture the sense that they are ruins. The trees and grounds being more unusual with turquoises and light blues rather than just generic greens and blues. And this, I think, will give it more of a dynamic edge. My environment consists of having ruin-style buildings with trees, bushes and ruined footpaths from one location to the next. One One to one, the buildings there are hidden with symbols that are seen throughout the game, but they will flash whenever the character goes past or is near them. When enemies are close or by the area, the character can hide in the trees, bushes and ruined buildings, this making her invisible until she gets out from the area. I'll be talking about the concept art for the weapon or vehicle. The purpose behind this weapon is for it to be a very advanced weapon and to look very futuristic. This weapon, also being used as a vehicle, has two propellers either side of the vehicle, and there are two guns on either side of the front window that will be controlled within the vehicle. The diamond symbols on the propellers are very important as they are the symbol within the game that is a secret to the main character discovering the truth about her family's legacy within her world. The diamond symbol is also a hidden symbol, as in you don't notice them straight away, as within the game there are hidden diamond symbols throughout the character's clothing, environments and other weapons and vehicles. I wanted to create a weapon that looks futuristic and very technologically advanced to go with the style of the game, so I created a levitating vehicle, this in turn to help to fit the criteria of the game. At first, before this initial idea, I looked around for different weapon ideas such as guns, knives, swords and bow and arrows. I came up with the idea that the character should have a bow and arrow that was enchanted, so I took an image from the internet that would be a similar type of style that I would want for the character, to have a particular style that I wanted for the weapon. Then I decided to create a weapon and vehicle instead. My first source of inspiration came from the vehicles that were created from the Final Fantasy games, as they have a unique and futuristic style. In some of the vehicles in the game, they also have a very rustic style, which isn't the sort of style that I was looking for, so I decided to look on another game for a more of an advanced looking style. I started to search on the internet for another type of vehicle, and I found some that they have of a more futuristic style that I was looking for in the way that they were designed. The Ragnarok from the game Final Fantasy was a big source of inspiration, as in the way the back end of the vehicle looks, a very futuristic and unique style for the way that I wanted my vehicle to look. As I have already begun work on the game, such as developing the main character, weapon and environment, it would be much less of an issue with regards to the cost of the production. I believe that the cost of the production would be rounded off to about... As I have already begun work on the game, such as developing the main character, weapon and environment, it would be much less of an issue with regards to the cost of production. I believe that the cost of the production would be much lower and more of a reasonable price, with less work intended for your production company. I am very passionate about this game and its main storyline. I do think that it just needs the right development to take it to the next stage to become a global success. I also think that with a company such as Sony, that will be able to market and advertise the game very well and will be able to make a huge profit for your company and for myself. With regards to the popular action game Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and the huge profit that it created in the first year of its revenue since its release date, I'd like to thank you, and I appreciate that you may need time to consider my proposal, as I have prepared a booklet that will help you to decide, which has a lot more information about the game, Fantasia Adventures, and I look forward to hearing back from you.